Unofficial message in a bottle video log, first week of September. Didn't really try to produce one at that time. I'm suffering from a cold with some really bad body chills yesterday, so we'll go into more, hopefully, interesting stuff next week. So this is just a side note to that. Thanks. Hey, message in a bottle. Specifically September 10th, 2018, about 2 in the afternoon. Like I said in the little brief intro there, I had been feeling a little sick last week thanks to a cold and some body aches, which body aches really tend to be the worst of the two as far as wanting to do stuff because it just saps the hell out of my strength. Brother had been diagnosed as having an ulcer recently. Like I said, no reason to go into major detail about that at this point. But they finally figured that out. Thank God for Oregon medicine, because apparently they stepped up in a big way, found it, they're treating it. He's starting a new job, and I'm going to hear about that tonight, though he's very optimistic, as I am for him. Myself, I'm still at Walmart. It's kind of gone into a routine. Nothing that I'm excited about or like, to be honest with you. That's why I'm looking for another job. Nothing drastic on that horizon because, again, looking for work via the internet is very passive. So, unfortunately, I made a misstep with Target when I applied for a place I didn't realize which city it was in. So they may be kind of backlashing me now just for that. Though I can't help, I made a misstep, I made a mistake, tried to correct it, and, hoping between that or something else, something will just legitimately open up. Because I've maybe said before in other videos and to other people, but if you're not happy somewhere job-wise, you can either suck it up and be unhappy, hoping that maybe somehow things will change, or, you just start looking for another situation. And I'm hoping that, as I've said since the start, that it's not going to take forever and a day. I just like to get out of there. It's just not going to be, someplace I want to be long term. And the damn phone, which will have nothing to do with job hunting, which, believe me, I wish it were. It's more some idiot who wants my money or thinks they can scam me. Bad experience coming home from work the other day. They had totally blocked off one of the street part of the street I normally take to go home, forcing me to go onto the 202 freeway, which being here, you don't. Fortunately, I don't know freeways. It's something I kind of inherited from my mom. I just really don't like freeways. They confuse me. They scare the hell out of me. So unfortunately, what would have been a short trip took from left work at 1, got to streets I knew at 2:17, which is, insane amount of time of running around. Got blessed enough to at least got some streets I recognized, finally got in the right direction, and was heading home. But very frustrated. I was very angry with God, I'll be honest with you, because I just felt that, He had let me down, that I didn't get, it's again, the situations where I just felt I got effed over for no cause, no warning, any warning, and I would have avoided that street. I'm not expecting emails from, God, but it just was a very frustrating situation, and, I don't want to go into major details, but I just figured I'd note it. I hate freeways. I really don't like being on them. They just make me nervous. Don't understand them. Very confusing. It's just, I'm one of those strange people that just doesn't like freeways. Which answers the question why I don't really travel, because I don't like freeways, and why would I do that by myself and drive myself absolutely insane to go somewhere just to, be upset. But hey, that is what it is. We'll make a note of this particular message in a bottle. The big deal, since I'm a gamer, is that Marvel Spider-Man just came out days ago. Based on the current Spider-Man character from the Marvel Studios, it takes place 8 years after Spider-Man Homecoming and the Infinity stuff. So, hey, the world does survive in Marvel time. Unfortunately, I've had a love-hate relationship like with a lot of game series when it comes to Spider-Man. A lot of people just love Spider-Man to death. You know, Jacksepticeye, very enthusiastic, did an hour plus first time playing it, which, you know, when they know that people are so attention deficit disorder kind of thing, that they're willing to just crank out an hour of playing. Clearly, you know, like I said, Sean, Jacksepticeye, very big fan, loved it, and happy for him. But for me, it comes down to the basic question for Spider-Man. If you're going to play Spider-Man successfully, really, it comes down to one major question. It's how easy is it to web sling? You know, how easy it is to do that. And honestly, having played it, it didn't seem that drastically different than any other dynamics that I've seen before. So that's the frustration is that I'm always going to struggle to even be a halfway. Half the time I could show you I was running in the streets, trying to get airborne again, and that's always more than a little frustrating. Is that you're supposed to be this web slinger, so you're supposed to be comfortable web slinging. Well, I've never been comfortable web slinging. Maybe in real life, if I had his abilities, I could someplace with big ass buildings, do all that eventually and be really cool with it. But when it comes to just playing, not so much. Not so much. So, and got to the point where their first prequel part of the game, I guess you could say, is they're entering into Fisk Towers. Obviously, yep, that Fisk, Daredevil's own, crime boss king, was able to get into the server room, and I just couldn't take them down to stay alive long enough to stop them from purging the system. So, it's one of those things where I just hate having to multitask, for a lack of a better word, I just hate having to do that. It's hard enough to take on all the bad guys without worrying about, the fucking, excuse my language, the damn computer. And, it was just, kind of frustrating that, I hit a snag that everyone else just probably flies through. If I was going to rename my channel, I probably would name it The Idiot Gamer, because, I enjoy stories immensely. Video game stories especially. And I enjoy playing games. I don't ever excuse me. I rather profess to be awesome at playing games. I'm really not. Some days better than others, but sometimes just not. Just not. But is what it is. Spider-Man's going to be awesome for other people. It's just not going to be awesome for me. But, that's okay. Like I said, game's not for everyone. And I was able to try it before I buy it through my GameFly membership. Very handy, which I would give advice to any parent who has a gamer, is don't just buy the game outright. There's no guarantee they'll like it. Money is important, time's important, so why waste either? And in this case, I just don't think I'm going to be hanging on to Spidey for that long. If they made Spider-Man more into a thief-like game from any of the Thieves style games in the past, I think I would probably enjoy Spidey a lot more. Just too much, for my fingers and brain to process, so sorry. I don't think I'm going to get very far with him. I wish I had, but it's the whole purpose of renting. There's another one, Dragon Quest, whatever the hell it is now, 10, 11, I don't remember. It's one of those situations where, again, I don't think I'm going to be getting very far. I wanted to give it a try. So, but again, I don't have the greatest of gaming skills. I would never claim to have otherwise. The whole point is that, I enjoy the games, enjoy playing the games, but don't always profess to be that good at them at times. And it is still bloody hot here in Arizona. Still in September, still dealing with humid or even just straight out hot weather. Why? It's done. It should be done. People are back in school. It should be done. one of the things that was a major, still is a major adjustment even after 10 years of being here, is I really hate the summers. Without a doubt, I really do hate summers. Not that I enjoy being in the cold coolers at Walmart. I don't like excessive cold either. I'm a little bitch. What are you going to do? I don't really like either, and I'm never going to enjoy either. So that's where things are at, and normally I would also like to recommend something cool, but I don't really have anything prepared mentally, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys this. Let's see. Yeah. There you go. Strange Fillings. Strange Fillings, a parody cookie book by the Muffin Brothers. And if anyone who's enjoyed Stranger Things as I do, this is a parody cookbook for someone that A, likes to cook and, does cooking like one plays video games, or just one that enjoys Stranger Things that would like something that would be like that. Again, Stranger Fillings by the Muffin Brothers. Happen to get my copy on Amazon. Very easy for you to do the same. That's where things are at. See, now my cat's doing fairly well. Don't have any major problems that I'm aware of, because, like I said, I could drop dead tomorrow. I would never claim to be the healthiest person in the world. I don't see the doctors like I should. And at some point I'll either at work here, drop dead, and if I do that before my cat, Lord willing, no. That's the reason I'm doing things like this, is that there could be a little insight into me, and it may not be really huge, but it just reminds me of a time when I was in a community college class, and you had to describe the other person, and these two gals with just pegged me a certain way, and I let it slide, but, I was like thinking, they couldn't be farther from the truth, and yet, well, what if it was a situation where, you died and that became the truth? That became what they said was the truth. And, like now, that would just frustrate me greatly from the grave. And the reason I do stuff like this is, even if I can't do a legitimate YouTube channel as much as I'd love to, I'm doing this just for, again, insight. Insight into me, because, there's nothing worse than just not being understood at all. So that's the reason I'm doing these. As ever, thank you for stopping by if you have. If you can pull anything from it, even just a good laugh, hey, it's fine by me. Take it easy, and I guess we'll see you on the flip side.